Calls to hold Russia accountable for the attacks on Ukraine have steadily been increasing. And yesterday, President Joe Biden called Vladimir Putin a war criminal in his sharpest condemnation of the Russian leader since the invasion began.
President, after everything we've seen, are you ready to call Putin a war criminal?
No. Did you ask me whether I was called? I think he is a war criminal.
Now, spokesmen for the Kremlin called that accusation unforgivable. However, it comes as Russian forces do continue to attack civilian locations, including hospitals and maternity wards. And declaring someone a war criminal isn't just as simple as saying the words, however. As Fox 43's Rachel Yankunis explains, there are set definitions and processes for determining who is a war criminal and how they should be held accountable.
The White House has avoided applying the war criminal designation to Russia's president, saying it requires investigation and an international determination. But after President Biden used the term, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the president was speaking from the heart.
The president's remarks speak for themselves. He was speaking from his heart and speaking from what he's seen on television, which is barbaric actions by a brutal dictator through his invasion of a foreign country.
Psaki, though, renewed her statements that there is a process for making a formal determination. So who exactly can be considered a war criminal, and what specific crimes bring about that distinction? War crimes are any actions carried out during the conduct of a war that violate accepted international rules of war. According to the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, such actions include willful killing, torture, and extensive destruction and appropriation of property. It also includes intentionally directing attacks against civilian populations or against individual civilians not taking direct part in the conflict. The most likely way that Putin could come into the picture as a war criminal, though, is through the widely recognized legal doctrine of command responsibility. If commanders order or are in a position to know about crimes and did nothing to prevent them, they can be held legally responsible. Rachel Yankunis, Fox 43 News.
Investigations into Putin's actions have begun. The United States and 44 other countries are working together to investigate possible violations and abuse. There is another probe by the International Criminal Court, which is an independent body based in the Netherlands.